I don't want to know if you lost the baby. I want to know if you're a loser, baby. I am a loser, baby. Microphone is on, though, so that makes me a winner. Welcome all in. History Rebel, old Delano first in the chat. Cub fan Steve, thank you. That does ease the burden a little bit. 35 months with Cub fan Steve, 13 months with old Delano. Thank you, guys. Those subs make the sting of the loss a little bit easier. I think I'm going to play that coming in from every break today. Yeah, I think we will. Welcome in, everyone. Cub fan Steve, PTCS is hard. If you thought bingo was hard, bingo is nothing. PTCS is harderest. It is tough. That's right, History Rebel. Do you have a couch I can lie on and pour out all my deepest frustrations? No, that was last year. Last year, I needed more than a couch. Last year, I needed a cage for all the frustration of losing the PTCS. This year is just whatever. I didn't spend a ton of time. I still probably spent more time than I should have on the PTCS, but congratulations to those of you that are still kicking. And welcome in. We got PTCS drops on. Someone confirmed that they're working. Old Delano says, yep, lap, they're working good. Because there were some issues with some of the streamer drops earlier in the day. Ezra, you are so close in silver. I saw the final standings, and it was like you came like 130th or something, like you were just a couple off. I mean, it's so tough to qualify. You go through the ups and the downs to try. I qualified in the last week by having a good final week. And then, we lost in first round, like Cub fan Steve. We were both first round losers, Cub fan Steve. High five. Welcome to the Lap Loser Lounge. Lap Loser, that should be the, Ezra always wanted a 7L. I can introduce that. Welcome to the Laptop Hound Late Lower Level Loser Leisure Lounge. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Or just call it the 2L, Steve. Laptop loser. That's it. You don't need anything. Just save your breath. 2Ls is fine. Well, welcome in, everyone. I'm going to be here for about an hour and a half as we work our way through the PTCS and the 5L final. I wanted to start up just as the 5L final was getting underway. We got 4 teams left. We've got Kynan as one of the teams. We've got Beetle Boy with the B-Town Nasty Stormers or whatever they're called. We have some other team number 3 that's playing Beetle Boy. It might be, who is it playing Beetle Boy? Oh, I think it's the San Diego Billy Goats. And they're doing pretty good in this qualifying. And team number 4, friggin' rights. Let's go, eh? Yeah, somehow my friggin' rights team is still going. So depending if they make the final or not, I have to pick which of my 2 accounts to stream from today. You and Jane are tied 3-3 right now. Yeah, you've got quite the. We'll take a look at that in a second here. We'll pop in because even though I'm a loser, I'm still have access to that file. They haven't left me out. Us losers still get to go in and get more frustrated. Get this man a Tim's run. Yeah, someone needs to play that for the next break. That'll perk me up. I do have my coffee. It's a little smaller cup today. I don't want to promote the company that prevented Utah from having this as an awesome name for their hockey club. I don't know if you can even see that. There we go. I don't want to promote them for saying that they're not allowed to use this name for their hockey club in Utah. So instead, they went with the Mammoth, the woolly mammoth of Utah. I didn't know Utah had mammoths. I was in Utah once. I didn't see a mammoth. It should have been the Yeti. Yeah, the Salt Lake City, the Utah Yeti. Everyone wanted it. But no, some company which shall not be named said, no, we have copyright over that. Like, seriously, do you have copyright over Bigfoot too? How about Loch Ness? You got copyright over that? How about aliens? Can't have copyright all over all those things. So the computer company Alienware, you can't name a hockey team the Aliens? Although I think that'd be good for Las Vegas. Las Vegas Area 51 Aliens. You know, you would sell a lot of hockey jerseys, not only to the hockey fans, but to the UFO community if you had that one. Pops Dongoria in the house. Welcome in. Here are the awards that Cub fan Steve and I won. Way to go, Cub fan Steve. That's right. I'm celebrating being a loser today. Let's give it up for the losers out there. Cub fan Steve and I and all the other first round losers will get a Dave Roberts. That's right. Everyone, we spend too much time congratulating winners. We never congratulate the losers. Like, seriously, I'm all about community and everyone being included. So we need to, this stream is about congratulating the losers. Good point. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? I'm a villain, I'm a loser, baby. There we go. Congratulations to all the first round people that got this card. You got this card. I think it's going to be pretty good in iron. I'm starting to draft a little bit in the 5L, 5L, 6L. See how he does. I see it noticing coming up in my card pool. Also, I'm glad, Cub fan Steve, we might have lost, but we might have got one of the best, most impactful cards in the PTCS. We might have got ourselves the best bronze hitter. And for that, it's a win. Mr. Puig from the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's going to be in my bronze quick lineup. So watch out on Bounty Monday. Steve, watch out. You and I are going to have a Puig in our bounties. Hey? And we might actually advance in the bronze bounty on Monday because of it. Then who's the loser, huh? That's right. Make sure, Steve, you get him in your bronze bounty for Monday, because I think he's going to be pretty good. Will Nick in the house. Got to the third round in the silver gold. Well, you're not allowed to be on my stream today. No, this is only for losers. Please, mods, can you please show out the winners the door? I guess technically you are a loser because you are no longer going. So yeah, you can stay. You're allowed to stay. Welcome to the Laptop Hound Lower Level Leisure Loser Lounge. Say that 10 times fast. Dylan, yeah, you've already re-upped your sub. See ya. Thanks for popping in, Dylan. Come back when you're a loser, okay? That might be in 20 minutes. Hopefully not, though. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah. This is all about cheering on those that lost in the first round. There we go. All right, in all seriousness, that's my way of relieving my frustration. Jimmy win. I was hoping to win one round and get the Jimmy win, but I got the Jimmy lost. But he's a good card. If he did win this one, like Will, you got this card at least. Enjoy it, because Steve and I did not get this card. Nope. Ozzie Smith. It would have been a victory today if I got Ozzie. Will Nick got an Ozzie. Will Nick got one. Congratulations, you got an Ozzie. Good stuff. Bob Horner. I think those people that are still in the tournament right now, in the round whatever 4 it is, I think they got themselves a Bob Horner. So if you're still alive, like old Delano is guaranteed to get at least the Bob Horner. If Dylan can take out Smiley Face Jane, he'll get himself a Jesse Barfield. If Smiley wins, Smiley will get the Jesse Barfield. And then if you make it to the final 4, you get the beautiful powder blue Mark Langston. I may not win a Mark Langston, but I can still screenshot it. And then it's kind of like I own it. I can show it off to my virtual friends and say, look what I didn't win today. What a beautiful card. If you finish second, speaking of powder blue, we got Vita Blue. Yeah, this is going to be a hot card as well. Only how many copies? 2 times 6, 12 copies of Vita Blue. And of course, there will only be 6 copies of Mr. Boggs. I think he's going to sell probably for about, his power being low is going to affect him a little bit, I think. In modern era, I think it's going to affect his price a little bit. So instead of like 1.5 million, he'll probably go for like 1.2. I'm going to guess it's like a 1.2 million. Whenever the first one sells, someone please remind me and say, Lap, you were way off. You're a loser. Or say, Lap, you were within 100,000. You're a winner. Let me know when the first one sells. Your bronze Greg Vaughn variant just sold for $70K. That's one of the newer cards, right? He came out in the Tuesday set, I think. From what I remember, he's built like a Jose Canseco, Joey Gallo. Isn't he built very bottom heavy on his card? There's so many cards like him, but he's a good card. Like, he's a good card. $70K, I think you should be happy with that. Because I think that might be the highest he goes for, just because there's so many other cards similar to him. And there will be other cards coming out similar to him that will be better as the power creep goes on. So I think you should be really happy with that. So he might even be right here in the clubhouse. Was he a clubhouse? See, Cub fan Steve, I don't know if you did this, but I thought, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to go on yesterday on the clubhouse shop, and I'm going to buy a couple of these bronze cards with my stars, because I'm going to compete even more in the PTCS on Saturday. So I went out and I bought myself that clubhouse pitcher. I can't remember his name now. What's his name? He came out recently. He's a pitcher in bronze. Dylan, you'll remember him. And I went out and I said, I'm going to have a leg up on the competition. I'm going to go get myself a Sherry McGee. Oh, yeah, I'm taking Sherry McGee all the way to the finals, baby. I want a refund. My Sherry McGee did not do well. So I did buy a couple. I thought about the Lefty Davis because of the eye. It's a defensive era, but his defense just wasn't too good. Yeah, you know who I mean, right? The pitcher. He was a recent clubhouse shop pitcher. I see him all the time in like the 5L, 6L. I just can't remember his name. So there you go. That is what some of you are still playing for. Is there anyone in chat collecting your drops right now? Is there anyone still alive in the PTCS at any level? Anyone still? I know Dylan is. Anyone else? So that's why I didn't stream at the beginning, because there's so many people streaming at the beginning. I would have been like done very quickly, and then people wouldn't have been able to get their drops from me later because I didn't plan on coming back on. So I figured I'm going to start streaming right around the time of the finals for the 5L, because to me, the 5L is more important than the PTCS. The 5L is the premier tournament of the year. You can disagree with me. Oh, you can have your Wade Boggs, but will you get a one of one lower level card? No, you won't. There will be no one of one lower level cards other than the one you win here. Okay. I'm almost done ranting, by the way. Almost. You should have seen me last year. Oof. I'm surprised Cub fan Steve's still around. My PTCS losses last year, I was not happy. Because I was one of the top bronze guys. I was in the top 10 of all the bronze players last year based on tournament results, except for PTCS. The game did not like me. I did not have a lot of success last year. All right, let's go take a look. Let's see where we're at. Weirsy says, if you make the comeback, you'll play the winner of your series next for Smiley and Dylan. Smiley in the house. Either Smiley or Dylan is going to get that Jesse Barfield. Please sell it to me. I have a buy order in. I'm looking to buy it because I'm a Blue Jay fan. So if you don't want your Jesse Barfield. So I don't know how Cub fan Steve did. We'll check it out later. But as Lap usually does, he loses in the worst possible way. He loses in the distance. It goes the distance in round one. I say it all the time. In the 5L, I either lose in round one or I go all the way or close to it. I went up against the Madison Mashers. Now, I believe Madison is MJ Tebow, right? Is Madison MJ Tebow? Is that, the best player in the game right now? Madison, look at Madison Mohicans, Madison Mashers, Madison Moundsmen. No comment. Yeah. MJ Tebow, the world champion, I had to go up with in round one because the things aren't seeded. And I made it quite the series. Madison won game one. I won game two. Madison won game three. I won game 4 and 5. Madison won 6. I won 7. I was 1 victory away. And then, as Lap always does, Madison is down 4-2 going to the 9th inning. Rocky Mountain is 3 outs away from going on to round 2 and getting a Jimmy Wynn card, and who knows what else could have happened. And Madison scores 3 in the top of the 9th. Yeah. So that prevented me from winning round 1. It would go to then a game number 9, and Madison would win that a little more handily by a score of 5-2. So I look at it this way. I lost to the world champion. I lost to what might be the best player in the game. I think it is MJ Tebow because the username, I think it's the same person. Pretty sure it's the same person. I think it's the same guy that has Madison Mohicans, MJ Tebow, because look at the logos, right? It's got the 3 guys there. And then we got the other Madison Mashers. It's got like the players standing there. M the Bow. That's got to be the same person. And then the third team, this is a different person, I think. I think this is a different one, but it could be the same too because they got a group of players here. Similar kind of avatars. So I think all 3 are the same. Madison, stick to the higher levels. What are you doing coming down and dominating in bronze? Mind you, he would lose in round 2, so yeah, there is that. Okay. So no, and in reality, I'm having all good fun, but I'm not Like I said, I'm not taking the PTCS as seriously this year. I'm just glad I got the Puig card, and we'll go from there. We will. We will continue on plugging away. When you lose to the world champion, you can't look down on that. Took him 9 games. Where's Cub fan Steve in here? Cub fan Steve, what team am I looking for? Ooh, there's way too many teams. Way too many teams. Where is it? I have no clue. There's just too many teams here. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for not in bronze. Oh, okay. You were a loser in the other tournament. Oh, in silver gold. I gotcha. So we are currently simming in round number 4. And let me just back out because we might have the newest result in right now. Let me just spam a bronze because I need my packs. And let's what else do I want to spam? The live bronze, because that is a crapshoot. Anyone can win that on any given day. So I might as well try. And we'll go back to the perfect drafts. And the tournaments, where are we? We are right there. And we'll go into the 5L after the break. A break is coming up. In the meantime, I'll leave this up here and we'll see you back in 3 minutes. Martai8, thank you for the follow. Martai8, welcome in to the Dog Pound. Okay, we are moments away from game number 9 in the bronze iron round 4. Winner will go on and win a Jesse Barfield card, and the loser will walk away with all the gold cards and lower. So good luck to all our game 9 participants, the jumpers and the legend going to a game 9. We also have the Browns and the pack only team. I love both these teams, so good luck to both of you. And also, good luck to our good friend Weirzy, who is going up against the Sonics in Game 9 as well. I am going to show off this Game 9, Fargo and St. Louis. So please, no spoilers as we go through this and show off two of our community members. Also, congratulations to the wonderful 5L player, top player in the qualifying so far. And that, of course, is Floyd Lloyd Boyd, as his Fenario Peggy-O's have advanced to the quarterfinals in bronze and iron. So, Floyd, I know you're on pins and needles. You're extremely excited. This may be the furthest you've gone in a PTCS. And I really hope that playing those 5Ls and 6Ls really helps zone you in on the bronze cards to use. So congratulations. All the best to Floyd on the path. And of course, if Smiley wins the whole thing, we are going to put Smiley in the Laptop Pound Hall of Fame, because as a pack-only team, winning a PTCS is a really, really tough accomplishment because, again, you can't buy cards on the card shop. So if Smiley can win this as a pack-only team without buying cards on the card shop, that is definitely Hall of Fame worthy. Okay, Sim should be in. I don't want to show any spoilers here. So let me go and look for the game. I got to re-upload it because you kind of have to do that. Always tough when you have a winner and a loser in a game 9. I know that from round 1. But I will exchange your loss with my loss today because you got a few more cards than I did. Okay, let me go. It should be in. Never like jumping in right away because it'll still say simulating. And then my page wants to refresh just as I'm about to hit enter. Where did it go? Right. Where is it? PTCS. Be down there. It is. Okay, game is loading up. Welcome in. You're getting the special PTCS drop. So an hour worth of Laptop Pound will get you 4 packs. Hopefully you get something good in those packs. What a day to collect packs. If you're able to move around from streamer to streamer, I think you can get up to 40 packs. I know some streamers haven't been on yet. I'm guessing Smiley Face will be on tonight because I didn't see Smiley on earlier. So stay tuned tonight because some of these PTCS drop streamers come on later in the evening. Franchise will probably come on later. Smiley will probably come on later. And then, of course, you got the main affiliate drops, and you've got the drops from Ezra or from Dishnet as well. Okay, here we go. Sim is in. Game number 9. And watch highlights. I haven't looked at the score yet. I did see, though, the score from Weirzy. So, Weirzy, you would like to announce your score. You can spoil that because I did see that one. There's Floyd Lloyd Boyd. Way to go. You got a Jesse Barfield, eh? Here we go. Game number 9 between Dylan and Smiley from Shea Stadium back in 1987. At least for the stadium. The era year is 1986. We're playing game 9 of round 4. And the Browns are going to get off to a good start in the top of the first inning. Ricky Bones on the mound, an iron card. Key game for Ricky. One of these iron cards that's getting a pressure situation start. We got runners on first and second. Jake Lamb comes to the plate. One of the more popular cards taken, I would imagine, for the tournament because he does this. Home run. It is gone just over the snack sign there over in the right field wall. And that is going to be a 3-1 shot for Old Delano. 373 feet for Jake Lamb. 3-0 as we still are in the first inning. Ricky Bones having a difficult day so far. Dan Wilson comes to the plate with 1 out, and Wilson drives that over the third base into the left field corner. 1 run is going to come in. 2 runs are going to come in, and Dan Wilson, just 1 run it looks like. No, 2. 2-run RBI double for Dan Wilson, and we are 5-0. Still in the first inning, however, Smiley gets to bat. Britt Burns on the mound. Popular bronze choice today. He gets rocked over the left field wall, just out of the reach of LaHare, and that's going to be a solo shot. Shane Spencer makes it 5-1. To the bottom of the third inning, 5-1 for the Browns. Willie Mays, iron card comes up. Mays is going to drive that one into right field. That's going to fall. Runner from second will... Did they try to go? No, I think they held up. So that's going to load the bases here. All of a sudden, Shane Spencer, who hit a home run in the first inning, can tie the game up with a grand slam. Here's the pitch, inside pitch. That's going to go right into the left field glove. Runner tags 5-2. Chipping away at it are the Fargo team. Elston Howard, who I did have in my lineup until I bought the Sherry McGee, and then I took him out. 2 out, bottom of 3. And Howard drops that one into right field. 1 run comes in. Maybe 2. No, just the 1. It's going to be an RBI double for Howard. Runners on third and second now for Tommy Sampson. I saw his variant in the card shop yesterday. I put a bid on him, like $33,000. Someone won up me on the bid, so I didn't get him for the PTCS. So if it was you, Smiley, this might be the card that I was trying to get, if it's a variant. That one is driven into right field. Not deep enough, and that is going to do it for the franchise, or for the Fargo team. It is now 5-3. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 5-3 score. Jim Tabor, he's got power, and he shows it. Deep drive to center field, off the wall. And Tabor with a sliding double to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Things tightening up here in Shea Stadium after a 5-0 lead. If we go to the bottom of the fifth, Britt Burns still on the mound for St. Louis. Low pitch. And not handled by the first baseman. Error. First error of the game so far. Willie Mays comes back to the plate. No one out. 2-strike count. And he will drive that into center field. Little bloop single there for Willie Mays. Runners on first and second now with no one out. Spencer back at the plate. Got a home run on the day, and this time he strikes out swinging. 1 away. Here comes Howard. He singled in his last at-bat, actually doubled in his last at-bat. He gets all of that one, but the left fielder finds it and records out number 2. Tommy Sampson now. The Fargo team had a lot going on early in this inning, struggling to move those runners across. That one is going to be caught in center field. 3 out as we head to the 6th. 5-3 St. Louis. John Hines comes to the plate here, bottom of the 6th. Always tough when Dylan doesn't get to bat on a highlight stream. It's like, come on, show my players. But no, we're going right back to Fargo here with 2 out in the 6th. And that one is swung deep into left field, and we have a tie ball game after 6. Fargo, 348 feet. Mr. Hines will tie the game up. We go to the top of 7. Dylan gets to see what his players look like. Mr. Wilson leads off the 7th here. New pitcher in here for Fargo. Ricky Bones' day is done. That one slapped into right field for a base hit. Can they recover after being up 5-0? Always tough when you give up that big of a lead, but Carlos Beltran is going to try and do his part here. And he's going to take an inside pitch for a walk. So after tying the game up, Fargo gives up back-to-back base runners here to the Browns. Tommy Harper comes to the plate, bronze card. 68 overall. No bunts. And they will get the force out at second base. So runners will be on first and third with 1 out. And Shane Spencer. This time the Browns, Shane Spencer. And that is going to go right to the second baseman, over to second for 1. They cannot turn the double play, though. And the Browns will take a 1-run lead here as we go to the bottom of 7. After the stretch, it's going to be Willie Mays. Third time we've seen him today, the number 2 hitter for Fargo. Inside pitch. Willie over to first. And another error by the first baseman. Oh no, who is Dylan playing at first? That's 2 errors on what looked like easy throws. Look at Paul Molitor over there at first. Here we go, Shane Spencer. Home run earlier in the game, and that one just out of the reach of the shortstop. And Fargo puts back-to-back runners on, just like the Browns did in the top of the inning. Elston Howard now with no one out. Down 1, bottom of 7. Game 9, winner goes on to the quarterfinals. And that should be handled for 1 for 2, double play, 2 away, but the runner does move to third. Tying run now at third for Tommy Sampson. Costa comes in. Slow roller to third. Can they get him in time? They do. This time the first baseman, Paul Molitor, handles a low throw. Woo! The Browns escape danger in the 7th. Go to the top of 8, Dan Wilson for the Browns. Both have Wilson, both have Spencer, and Dan corks it into the gap over the fence for a solo shot for Mr. Dan Wilson. Excitement here in Shea Stadium as we go to the Carlos Beltran at bat. 7-5 for the Browns, 2 out. Dylan pacing around up in the skybox there. Brought his kids to the game today, and it is another hit. Unfortunately, the Browns and Fargo could not get anything across the plate there in the 8th inning. We go to the top of 9. Dylan has lit up his 4th cigarette. He is puffing away like a madman here. Joey Gallo comes to the plate for the Browns. This is a ball in play. Out number 2. No. What? Joey Gallo beats out the throw. Joey. First time we've seen Mr. Cabrera come to the plate today. 1 out, 1 on. And Cabrera just over the shortstop. Joey hustles to second. And we have runners at first and second with 1 out. And Todd Hundley. We have not seen Todd all game because he did not start for the Browns. He is now pinch hitting here in the 9th inning. That one right down the heart of the plate. That goes to the wall. Dylan is jumping up and down. His kids are screaming. And we've got another run for the Browns. Make that 8-5. St. Louis. Dylan, you can relax a little bit. Dylan, breathe. Breathe, Dylan. Dizzy Nismukes on the mound here in the top of the ninth inning as the Browns continue to bat. They've run the score up in game 9. And that one is going. No, it hits the wall. Center field still looking at the wall. He's still looking at the wall. He's embarrassed. Oh, well, what was a close game right up until the ninth inning has become a blowout. 2 out now. Cabrera on the mound for the Browns. Elston Howard tries to keep things going here for Fargo. Inside pitch, swung on and missed. And the St. Louis Browns, for the first time in their PTCS career, I believe, have advanced on to the quarterfinals. Chat, give it up for Dylan. No, you didn't need Carl Edwards. Good thing they rested him because you will get no day off here. So it was the Jumpers. They will go on to the quarterfinals, taking out the Legend. St. Louis, we saw with 11 runs, taking out Fargo. And it was Weirzy with a 4-2 victory, also moving on to the quarterfinals. So in the quarterfinals, it will be the California Halos taking on those Jumpers. Sporer, oh, what a match. Sporer going up against Fenario. Sorry, Sporer. But anytime you go up against the number 1 team in the 5L, the April 5L champ, I got to give the edge to Fenario. Unless it's bad luck, then I don't give the edge to Fenario. What a matchup in the quarters. West Hartford Max Oysters, again, one of the best players in the game, playing one of the best players in the game. You know, both of these are top 10 managers, especially at the higher levels. I don't see them often in bronze. These PTACSs are often the time where you get a lot of top managers competing at every level to try and get a ticket and, you know, get some luck and win somewhere along the line. These are managers that qualify in 5 or all 6 of the PTCS levels. So we don't see them often in bronze dailies. They do just enough usually to qualify, and they go head to head. Only one of them is going to advance. And another, man, 3 of the 4 quarterfinals are so tough to pick. Weirzy going up against Dylan. You know, all I can say is one of these 2 teams will go to the semifinals, and one of these 2 teams will go to the semifinals. So we're either going to see Sporer, Lloyd Boyd, and either Dylan or Weirzy go to the semifinals. And I think that's awesome. We're going to have 2 strong community members representing the lower levels in about an hour's time. Okay, when we come back, we're going to go check in on the 5L final. What's been going on there today? Who's going to get the 10 points for the victory? Back in a few minutes' time.
batter's eyes. Pitcher's hand, steady, no surprise. Crack of the bat, echoes the call. In this game we give it our all. Swing, batter, swing. Swing for the stars. Hear the heartbeat of a nation in a crowded park. Swing, batter, swing. Feel the thunder roll. Every pitch, every hit, it's the heart and soul. Kids in the bleachers, eyes wide with dreams. Heroes in the making, or so it seems. Fathers and sons sharing moments few in the grand old game, old and new. Nights like these won't ever fade. Dim lights of the field, memories made. Legends are born as the crowd sing. Feel the magic, swing, batter, swing. Swing, batter, swing. Swing for the stars. Hear the heartbeat of a nation.
All right, welcome back in as you get your PTCS drops with the Hound today. Going to be on for probably about another half hour. Depends how long the 5L goes. Again, congratulations to all the quarterfinalists in the PTCS today. You have just won yourself a Jesse Barfield and all the other cards below Jesse Barfield as well. So enjoy your Jesse. And if you can win your quarterfinal matchup, you will get yourself guaranteed at least the Mark Langston. So you'll get back-to-back Canadian players there. So good luck of those you still in the quarterfinals. And I know Smiley usually qualifies for a lot. I hope you're still kicking in one of the other tournaments there, Smiley, because your day is coming as well. I can definitely see you as a PTCS champion in the future. Well, let's take a look at the 5L. Who cares about the PTCS now? Who cares? Who cares? It's the 5L. That's where it's about. In the quarterfinals, it was the Pack Attack taking a 7-game series over Makadkar. Pack Attack winning game 6 and 7. Game 7 was a 2-1 score, getting both their runs in the 9th inning. So Makadkar, a victim of the late inning comeback. Pack Attack move on. Makadkar will get 1 point. My alt team, Friggin' writes, let's go, eh? 4-2 series victory over Tulsa Doom. We won game 4, 5, and 6. After being down 2-1, we won the next 3. And one of my favorite cards in the 5L, Juan Pierre, has been the player of the round for a couple rounds there. So Juan Pierre, crank up his speed. His speed is cranked all the way up. His running's cranked all the way up. And he is currently, I think, the lead base stealer, I think, in the tournament so far. Also, the Michigan Wolves will get themselves a point as they lose a heartbreaking 7-game series to B-Town. The Nasty Boys will win game 6 and then win game 7 by a score of 5-2. They will move on to the semis. Dan Daub is the player of the round. Again, a 2-time player of the round champion. Finally, in the other quarterfinals, it was 4-2 for T. Davis and the San Diego Billy Goats. They will win games. We had San Diego versus San Diego. Wombats, Billy Goats, San Diego for everyone. It'll be the Billy Goats winning games 5 and 6 to win the series. Final game is a 6-1 victory. Charlie Wilson was the player of the game, and El Bumbry is the player of the series, a silver choice for the Billy Goats. So 1 point for Makadkar, 1 point for the Doom, 1 point for Tiger Cub, and 1 point for the Wombats. In the semifinal, where the losing team will walk away with 4 points, it was a 6-game series. My friggin' rights, let's go, wins games 4, 5, and 6 after being down 2 games to 1. Dave McNally, player of the series, 4 friggin' rights. B-Town also would advance to the final. They would take out the Billy Goats in 6 games, winning game 6 by a score of 3-1. And the player of the round was another pitcher for B-Town, Jim Clancy. So in the finals, it is B-Town Barnstormers going up against Laps friggin' rights. Let's go, And they are currently in that final round. Interesting. My Gladiators lost to B-Town in the first round. A little bit of synchronicity. We lost to them in the first round. Will we lose to them or beat them in the last round? Some beautiful points up for grabs here. We are currently tied at 2. B-Town wins games 1 and 2. 2-0 series lead, but friggin' rights comes back to win game 3 and 4. And the sim looks like it's in for game number 5. Let's go check it out. HODL, Art. HODL is just an acronym. There you go. An acronym for a little club, like a clan. You know, a little group, a little clan that have their own Discord and have their own private handshake and meetings. You know, they go to all the HODL meetings and the parties. I'm just kidding. It's just an organization. There's HODL, there's BFF, there's E6. There's a few of these groups where players just kind of come together and share their way to play the game. They give tips to each other. It's just a group within the whole big community. It's like, you know, pack only or a theme team that have acronyms at the end of their name as well. So yes, Dylan is a member of the HODL organization. And many of these organizations take new memberships for $100 a year. You can become part of HODL. Just contact Dylan. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Some have like application. You have to send in like a resume. Others are like, yeah, sure. Come on in. We don't know you, but welcome to our organization. Okay. And it's cool. It's cool because, you know, it just allows a small group of people to share some insight, some tips. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it's bragging rights. It's like when you're part of a hockey team and your team wins. You might be the 4th line left winger, but your team wins, you get to celebrate. You might be part of HODL and be that 4th line left winger. But anytime someone in your group wins something, you kind of celebrate because it was a team win, even though they don't share the cards with you. Come down to Granite City. Dylan's got a little booth there at Wings and Things. And then you'll head over, and if you're accepted into HODL, you'll go over and get yourself a tattoo. You'll open up the tattoo parlor that recently closed down, and you'll get the old HOTL. Just make sure they spell it correctly. There is no E in HODL. Big key game number 5 between the Barnstormers and friggin' rights. Let's go. B-Town already one of the top 10 teams in the standings. Let's take a quick peek. Let's go over to the standings. Last time it was updated was Monday. So in a couple days, it should be updated again. Remember, this is qualifying up until October the 6th. October 5th really is the last tournament. And the top 32 teams are going to qualify for a showdown tournament where the winner will get a 1-of-1 card. Second place will get a 1-of-2 card. And then 1-of-4 card. So just like the PTCS has prizes all the way down to the last qualifier, so will the 5L championship. So excited. So B-Town on Monday was already fifth, and they're going to get at least 7 points, which is going to move them possibly above Floyd Lloyd Boyd, depending on what Floyd did the same week. Interesting. Who else got points today? Anyone else in the top 32 get points? Probably San Diego. They got 4 points, so they're going to move up to at least 21, move into the top 10. And the Pack Attack, I think, was the other one that got 4 points. Yeah, it was Kainen's Pack team. Where is it? Here it is. So Kainen, I believe, got at least 4 points. So that'll be 19, moving into possibly the top 10. And then my team is competing there with the Kiddies, with A-Dub's team. We were on the outside. However, Friggin' Rights is going to get at least 7 points, which will move them into at least the middle range of the qualifying. So key finalist appearance here for Let's Friggin' Rights Go. And again, it hasn't been updated since Monday, so this is the 6th tournament that is not included in those stats, so things could change around quite dramatically. But we do see a lot of the same teams. And it is now 3-2 with another sim that has just come in. Gladiators have already won one of these qualifying tournaments to get the 10 points. I think that came in week number 1, I think, maybe week number 2. However, Friggin' Rights has not claimed a victory yet. So let's wait for this sim to come in, and then we'll take a look at the 2 teams and the cards that made their way to the finals. Good to see you. Thank you, Cup fan Steve, again for the sub, and old Delano as well. Hope that gives you a little bit more luck as you make your way in the quarterfinals. Dylan, keep us updated. Probably 2 or 3 games have been played now in the quarterfinals. How you doing? What's the score between you and Weersy? And let me know the update between Benario and Sporer. Where are they at? Okay, I think we're ready to check in. Is game number 5 in, or 6? So much going on. I hope you guys got in and get your hour of viewing in to get those 4 drops. Because again, I will not be on long today. It's the weekend. Okay, what do I want to do here? I want to go over here. Mr. Roy Thomas, 40 RBIs. Mr. Coomer, 3 home runs. Juan Pierre, 8 stolen bases. Again, I haven't checked if there were any Gym Unknown teams today. Hopefully not. Usually there's 1 or 2 in the 5L. Still 3-2, so let's back out again. Weekend at Laps, yes. Hope you brought a lawn chair, Cub fan Steve. Just don't forget to take it home on your way out. I always end up with extra lawn chairs. And it's fine, but a lot of them are like from the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Red Sox, and I don't want to keep those lawn chairs. Take them to the trash. Weirsy's up 3-0 against Dylan. Holy smokes. What about the Sporer Fenario matchup? I bet you Fenario's kicking his butt because Fenario is Lloyd is really good in bronze. He's got to be a top five bronze player. Does well in the 5L. A little weaker in the 6L for Floyd. But I think Sporer's probably met his match. Now, saying that, Sporer's probably up 3-0, so I have no clue. Because right now I'm watching my stream. I got to get my 4 packs too. Well, we are going to a possible elimination game. Friggin' rights, let's go. Win game number 5 by a 5-3 score. McNally is now 9-1. And in game number 6, it was a 3-1 score with Clarence with the victory. Well, this is exciting for Lap. Let's take a look at how both teams got here. Let's start with the B-Town Nasty Boys. Round number 1, they took out my Gladiator team. Round number 2, B-Town would take out, where is it here? Nasty Boys. They took out Real Teddy O's, Frankfurt Hot Dogs, 4-1. Round number 3, B-Town would take out the Shikori from Makadgar, sweeping them 4-0. In the quarterfinals, B-Town would win in 7 over Michigan. They would win in 6 over San Diego. And now they find themselves down 4-2 in the final. For the friggin' rights, let's go. They are somewhere here near the top. Friggin' somewhere. 4-1 over Cato and the Chinooks. I remember we were watching A-Dub this morning, and Cato said, Lap, you took me out in round 1. Seemed like such a long time ago. Juan Pierre was the round MVP. Round number 2, it would be friggin' rights 4-1 over Energy Efficiency. And I think that might be Real Teddy O's other team. I think it is. He's got 2 teams in here as well. Round number 3, friggin' rights would Skunk Sporer. Yeah, Gary Sheffield, player of the round. Who was it in round number 2? Round number 2, it was Dave McNally. Round 3 is Gary Sheffield. Quarterfinals, it's a 7-game win over the Pack Attack. Bob Carruthers. Oh, no, it's a 6-game series over Tulsa. Juan Pierre again, player of the round. Semifinals, they take out the Pack Attack. Dave McNally, player of the game again. So both McNally and Juan Pierre have 2 player of the rounds. And now we're in the finals. Game number 7 about to come in. Floyd is up 3-0 as well. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to show the highlights now that we're in an elimination series, see if friggin' rights can take it. So I'm going to take my break now. We'll be back in a couple minutes, game 7. Time for a coffee. Let's fill up that mug.
What do you say, boys? I'm headed on a Tim's run. Hey, you better grab me a honey cruller, too. I'm headed on a Tim's run. Let me know what you want, and I can pick it all up. Ooh, heck yeah, bud. Doubles and some donuts. Tell me if you want some. I'm headed on a Tim's run. All right, let me tell you what I'll have. Double chocolate, honey dip, 25-pack of Timbits and a breakfast biscuit. Actually, make it 2 biscuits. iced cap with chocolate milk, a Boston cream, and a bagel belt. And I can't forget 4 double doubles for the folks back home. Life's alright in the red and the white of North, if you know what I mean. Greatest country in the world, boys. If I need a brew or just something to do, well, don't worry, it's on me.
All right, we are back after the break, and it is time to go and check game number 7 of the 5L finals. I have not seen the final result here, so this will be new to me as well. I gotta make sure everything is turned off here. So it could be the last game of the 5L today, or we could have at least 1 or 2 more games. Okay, let's hide the score. Good. Over here. Yeah, I want to go down here. All right, 10 points on the line for the winner, 7 points to second place of today's 5L final. Playing in Keystone Park today, and Friggin' Wright's in the bottom of the first inning, gonna fly out. Sack fly, runner's gonna score from third. That is Juan Pierre. Card I always take in the 5L. I think he is a must take. There's not many must takes in the 5L. He is one of them. You should always take Juan Pierre if he pops up. One of the newer cards that I think is on the clubhouse shop. You don't need to own the cards here, though. That's going to drop in front of the outfielder. Another run is going to score here in the bottom of the second for Friggin' Wrights. It is now 2-0 as we go to the 8th. I don't know if I'm excited or not. I guess going to the 8th elimination game, being up 2-0 is good, especially when we get to bat. Randy Velarde, kind of falling out of the meta right now. I still usually take him. Drops one into right field. That's going to be the 7th hit for Friggin' Wrights. Johnny Bench is another pretty much must take. 5L and 6L. I really like that Johnny Bench card against I think it's against the right-handed hitters. I think maybe lefties. Against the lefties, I think. That one is driven up the middle, and it gets by B-Town Nasty Boy center fielder. Oh, big error there for the center fielder. Will that cash in a run? No, runner will hold up at third. Unfortunately, we will not score another one as we go to the top of 9. Mr. Eldred looking for a complete game. Johnny Hop, great 5L player at the plate, and new card, Billy M at second base. Things are not done yet, folks. 2-0 lead. Johnny Hop grounds out, second base, over to first in time. And friggin' rights, let's go after playing that song during the commercial break. In their beautiful friggin' rights uniforms, will take the 5L championship by a score of 5-2. And that takes a huge sting out of losing out in round 1 to MJ Thibault in 9 games earlier today. So losing out in the PTCS, however, taking home the championships, and I beat the team that took out the Gladiators in round number 1. Friggin' rights, let's go, eh? Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Mario, what do you have to say? B-Town is not easy opposition. So once again, 1 point for Makadkar, 1 point for Tulsa, 1 point for Michigan, 1 point for the Wombats, 4 points to the Pack Attack, 4 points to the Billy Goats, 7 points to B-Town, and 10 beautiful, lovely, qualifying, nice points for Laptop Hound. Good. That takes a little bit of relief off of that team, and they should be in the top 32 at least for a while now with that 10 points. Thank you, Weirzy. Thank you so much. Both times I've won this is when I've streamed a final. I think I need to stream more finals of the 5L. Won't be streaming tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday for the usual show. If you're new to my stream, I typically stream Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at around 1 p.m. Eastern. I usually give away 25 packs every main stream that I do. Today, you're not getting any giveaways other than the 4 special drops. So everyone gets the 4 drops as long as you've been here for an hour. So not going to hang around too much longer. We will pop back into the bronze and iron as they should be getting close to the end of the quarterfinals. I do kind of want to show you the 2 teams that went to the final so that if you do decide to start playing the 5L, you kind of know a little bit about the cards that you want to look for. Let's go with the team that lost out in round 1, my Gladiators. Simpson, I gambled on this one. I wanted to try it because he's got such a good profile, but he's a reliever. And I didn't really have any other good options. I could have used Lloyd Brown, Kyle Loesch, but I thought, I'm going to try him. He only played in 1 game. He only pitched 3 innings. I kind of wanted to test the stamina too. How long would they let him go? He gave up 1 run, 3 walks. So I guess it was a failed experiment. But we did win that game, so can't really put the fault on him. So I did try a low reliever as my number 3 guy. Let's take a look at B-Town. Now, this is a guy I usually don't take, but B-Town had him as their ace. Did well, 9-3. I usually don't look for him, but I could see why. He's got the perfect profile. If you want a pitcher, you want low stuff and high pitcher BABIP, plus control. So he did well for him. Jim Clancy, another guy I usually don't take because of the control. He went 6-5. So B-Town had a rough set of pitchers, but made it to the finals. I'm a little bit shocked. Another guy very similar to Jim Clancy. You definitely want the high pitcher BABIP. That's the most important thing. No really one outstanding in his bullpen, but he did go for the silver closer. I saw Makadkar did this one time before too. Went for a silver closer and didn't allow a run in the entire tournament. Had a couple saves. He did blow a save, but he didn't allow an earned run, so there must have been some errors. 2 walks, 2 ground balls. So if you were to take a reliever in silver, this is probably the guy you would take. Again, perfect profile for a 5L. Only 24 stamina, so you could use him as a starter. How many pitches does he have? Only 2. Nah, keep him in the bullpen. In the bullpen, yeah, not much there. For friggin' rights, the championship team today, they had a stud. I got lucky in my pitching round. I take Cal Eldred 100% of the time. He finished the tournament 9-2. He pitched multiple complete games with his 102 stamina. He's going to pitch a complete game. His extreme fly ball profile doesn't hurt you because there's not a lot of home runs. So I don't really worry about that extreme fly ball. I'd probably rather have extreme fly ball than extreme ground ball. So extreme fly ball pitcher, number 2, Dave McNally. He went 9-1. He is, I wouldn't say he's a must take, but he's up there. He's definitely up there. If you can get Eldred and McNally, you're probably going to go places in this tournament. And number 3 was a little weaker, but I got the right kind of profile. Clarence Mitchell went 6-2, a lot of strikeouts. So you're probably going to go far when you have Eldred, McNally, and a guy like Mitchell. And then in the bullpen, you've got Koufax, Dick, and Carl Edwards Jr. You can't get much better than a pitching staff like this for the 5L. I thought about using Bonderman as my number 3 guy. He did not pitch at all in the tournament. You don't need, look at this. I went to the finals and 1, 2, 3, Dick Hall did not pitch a single ball. He pitched nothing. 3 of my pitchers didn't get any gameplay. It's amazing. Only 6 pitchers were used. Now, I wouldn't recommend you draft 6 pitchers. I would recommend you draft at least 7. And this team did not have to go the distance in any round, so that definitely helps. But yeah, I could have put Koufax as number 3. I could have put Bonderman as number 3. I could have put Dave Roberts as number 3. Again, a pretty much ideal pitching rotation. If I could have got maybe Andy Bennis or who are the other high-profile pitchers? Let's take a look. Carruthers, Ray Caldwell, Black. Yeah, there's a few. This guy shocked me. I did not expect him to do this well. Now I know that if Charlie Wilson is there, he can have a good 5L. He went 8-1. The only game he lost was in the finals. I get it with the control, but I just thought that pitching BABIP would be too low for success. I mean, he did give up quite a few hits. Earned runs were pretty good. Only 1 home run given up. And not a lot of strikeouts because he doesn't have a lot of stuff. So yeah, this one kind of shocked me how well he did. Let's take a look at the 2 set of batting profiles. Let's go to B10. Again, if you play the 5L a lot, you can automatically recognize the meta players like Cabrera, a Tony Taylor, Granny Hamner. Better in the 6L though. Hollinsworth's okay in this tournament. Johnny Hop. That new Billy card, how'd he do? He did pretty good. 306. 7 doubles, 7 triples. So here's another triple machine with that gap power and speed. Yeah. Just like Maury Wills and Kitty, they're triple machines, 10 RBIs. Welcome in, Marbike coming in. Good day. Hope things are well over there in Europe. Hope you had a fun stream. We're just finishing off my stream in a few minutes here. This is a special drop stream for those that are playing OOTP. Watching the stream, you can pick up 4 packs today for an hour's worth of viewing time. I've been on for about an hour and 29 minutes. So those of you that were here from the start probably have all your drops. Thanks for sticking back. Johnny Bench is so good versus lefties. Yeah. So thank you, Marbike. Who else did B-Town have? I see a lot of people taking him. I'm not a huge fan. He's okay, but it's not a card I look for. This card did amazingly well. Hit 347, 25 hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 16 RBIs. Kind of shocking. If you said that this card was going to have this stat line, I would have said, really? I wouldn't believe you. Mind you, if he played a lot against the right-handed pitchers, yeah, I guess I could kind of see it. Versus righties, he's good. I correct myself. I was looking a lot at the lefty stuff, but versus righties, he's got a really good profile. Let's check out friggin' rights. This was the championship team. I also had Johnny Bench. Yeah, Dylan, as Dylan mentioned. He doesn't have gap power, but he didn't hit any home runs in this tournament for me. Not a single one. 7, he did have 14 walks, though. That helps out the team. Couple doubles. No triples, of course. Not enough gap power, not enough speed. But yeah, I really like him. How did he do in a complete tournament? 5 errors, 2.4 zone rating. I might have played him a lot at first base. Yeah. In fact, he didn't catch it all for me. He played the entire tournament at first. So I must have had a pretty good set of catchers. Yeah, Tom Satriano hit 304, 10 RBIs against the righties. And Johnny Bassler, he was my silver choice. I often don't see him in silver. When I do, I get really excited. Because he's basically everything you want in a 5L player. For a catcher anyway. Not a lot of catchers have gap power anyway. This is what you want. So for all of you that are just starting to play tournaments now because you're new to the game, what you want to do when you're drafting, I know it takes more time, but it's really, really, really helpful, is make sure for your catchers, for your second base, shortstop, you go for the platoons. Like, don't draft 2 catchers that are equal on the same side of the plate. You want one good against the righties, one good against the lefties. Satriano, really good against the righties, and I was able to get in the last round Bassler, really good against the lefties. Now, silver is the very last round, so I was going into silver already with Johnny Bench and Satriano. I already had my 2 catchers locked up. Bench against the lefties, Satriano against the righties. But when he showed up, I'm like, I can't pass him up. Which gave me the luxury of putting Johnny Bench at first base because he can play first, third, and left. So that was a nice, fortunate situation. B-Town in the house. There you are. They kind of were like that, right? Kind of were like that. There we go. Not this month, Bailey. No, I am taking a month off because it does take a lot of organization, and September is a big month for the 5L qualifying. So I really want to focus on using my time for the 5L qualifying and updating that and really promoting that as we head into the tournament finals. So there won't be a 5L monthly champion. There will be a 6L monthly champion, though. So we will keep track of the 6L at the end of the month, but I'm not going to do both this month because 5L already gets a lot of love. And again, the 6L championship, I have to confirm because when you give out 20 packs at once, you have to get the permission. I think it should be okay, but we'll see. No promises. I hope there's a 6L champion. Velarde we had Sheffield, Keppinger. Like this, I got really lucky with this team today. And Beetle Boy, I know you know your cards really well. When you look at this team, you're going, yeah, Lap probably deserved to go far in this one. Took the 2 new cards. This Billy did not do as well. Jimmy's checkered. Another new card. Didn't do that well either. It's kind of curious how he'd do on I. He did have 22 walks and a home run. And again, kind of a platoon guy against the right-handed pitchers. Even my bench, like a lot of these bench players you would probably start, like Norris Hopper, many people would start him. I had the luxury of putting him on my bench. Carlos Pena, could have put him in against the lefties. He's got the BABIP, the gap power of the eye. What did B-Town have? Forget. B-Town, where are you? Oh yeah, Tony Taylor's always a solid pick. He's almost must-have in that must-have category, must-draft. Granny in this tournament, again, really up and down. He can be really good or really bad. And your Billy did much better than mine. So I think if B-Town could have got a stronger pitching rotation, it would have been a much closer series. But looking at the pitchers he was forced to use, these are not your top-end pitchers for the 5L. These are like tier 2, tier 3. And I'm curious, B-Town, why this guy? What is your reasoning? Because you're not the first person to take him in the silver round. Is it simply you had a bad group to select from? Or that you really wanted a dominant closer to help carry the way? I am always wondering why people would take a reliever in silver. Full of turds? Okay, that makes sense then. Anyone that didn't draft today? Could we have a perfect day today? Looking like it. Oh, Sarasota. So Sheboygan, their stats will be removed. As well as Shikori's stats, because the bad boys did not draft. They were bad. So that's 2 teams. Looks like 2. Yeah, it's pretty good. Usually you get 1 or 2 teams. We get so many teams in the 6L that don't draft, which is a shame because it affects the overall monthly standings because you don't get credit for those wins. So yeah, just 2 teams that didn't draft today. So tough to look at the stats because we had 2 teams that had gym unknowns, which are going to move some of these guys higher up. Like I bet you this guy played a gym unknown team. Yep. And I'll bet you our top war guy played a gym unknown team. Yep. You can always tell the high war players. All right, we're going to come back and take one more look at the PTCS as we head to the semifinals, and then I'm out of here as teams still in the PTCS. B-Town, are you still in the PTCS? You got any ammunition still going there? We'll finish it off after the break. In the meantime, keep your eye on the prize. All right, we are back to close off the show. Take one more look at the bronze iron PTCS, and as Beto Boy says, don't do much with the variants. I got a few. Just I like the variants just to win packs in the bronze quicks and in some of the dailies. But by no means do I go hard out like I did last year. Last year I was always taking the top variants, spending hundreds of thousands of perfect points just not to do much in the PTCS. This year, taking it much more casual. And I saw you made it to the World Championships as well. Congratulations on making it to the top 128. But once you get into these tournaments, typically, not always, but typically, you have to have the best of the best cards, and those usually include the variants. So teams are now playing for that Mark Langston card, trying to get that one for making it to the semifinals. And if we're not there yet, we are pretty close. Let's take a look. Where are we? We are, again, I lost out in game 9 to the world champion Madison Mashers. This is the manager that won the world championships last weekend. So again, I can't be too sad. Lose a PTCS, win a 5L. California Halos are going on to the semifinals. They will get a Langston card for sure. 5-1 over the Jumpers. And wow. After Fenario was up 3-0, Charlotte has made a series of it. It is now 3-3 going into the swing game. Game number 7. Max Oysters also tied with the Newton Sloss, two of the better teams in Perfect Team, going head to head. And in the other one, Dylan still not out of it. Dylan has won back-to-back games, game 5, game 6. The cigarettes will be lit up soon if he wins game number 7, making Weirzy sweat a little bit as Weirzy won the first 4. And we know reverse sweeps can be a thing in these tournaments. So we've got 1 series down and 3 still underway. Let me exit out and go back in one more time because the new sim is in. PTCS. You guys got any plans tonight? Doing anything on this Saturday night? Going to watch a movie? Going to watch a game? Hockey season starting up in a couple weeks. Baseball season winding down. Basketball starting up. Football, NFL, week number 1 done. Well, not done yet, but week number 1 underway. Game 1, I guess, is done for some teams. Spore has won 4 games in a row. Sloths win game number 7. Dylan has won 3 games in a row. What a couple series. Spore with 4 in a row. Dylan with 3 in a row. We're going to game 8 with St. Louis and the Superstars, and also game 8 with Fenario and Charlotte. Amazing swings in both those games. Holy smokes. It'd be nice if I could access all 6 PTCSs. Do like a round, like a red zone kind of thing before DishNet came on. I'd cover like the quarters and semis and show you all the different results, and then we'd go over to DishNet. But I cannot access all. I could if I qualified for all 6. That'll not happen. Did we have any big leaders here? So there were some gym unknowns, even in this tournament. I wonder how many we had. I guess there's an easy way. We can kind of check that out. We go to sortable stats. And we go to team stats. We go to whatever, pitching stats. Sortable. How would you go about doing this? Batting stats? Yeah. Oklahoma City. NOLA. Gozo and this team, which is kind of surprising because they're usually extremely competitive. So either people were really busy or forgot about it, or their roster did not take when they submitted it. So 4 out of the 128, which I guess overall isn't that bad. Could have been a lot worse. And then you get stats like this, 445 RBIs because they play a Gym Unknown team. So Wilson, McGee, and Toby, your top average guys. Molitor, again, I want to check if they played Gym Unknown. They did. Yeah, it's hard to. We need a button that says filter out Gym Unknown opposition. And if we click that, it gives you all the accurate stats. That would be nice. Pitching's a little bit more accurate because if they played a Gym Unknown team, likely those pitchers just have one win. So it's not going to sway the pitching stats too much. I mean, look at Carl Edwards Jr. ripping it up. One of the top guys to be a closer. Bill. I wonder if there's a way to see, just show the variance. Probably not. But anyway, after the tournament, you can download the export and check out all the top stats. Be interesting to see which cards perform the best. I'm guessing it's a lot of really good defensive players. Let me go to, let's go to Newton Sloths. Pretty good defense. Gabby, Hunley, Molitor. Yeah, look at all these variants. Harper, Toby, Felton, Molitor, Hunley. And then they're pitching. Yep, pretty good for this loss. Well, I'm going to get you over to Sporer because he's still in this tournament. He is up 4-3, one win away from the semifinals. So we'll take you over there and check out his reaction. Don't forget, there are some affiliate streamers still going on. We got AZ Axel, we got ESC. They have the 5-pack drop today because the regular affiliates give 5 packs. The PTCS streamers give 4. So if you don't have your regular drops, don't forget to check out one of the affiliates at some point. Don't miss out on those packs. There might be a few more tonight, but there might not. I don't know if Ezra's going. Franchise will probably have the special drop. Smiley Face Jane will probably be on later, possibly for a wrap-up to give some drops. So drops are not done, folks. You can still get some more throughout the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching me in my futile effort at the PTCS, but then getting some 5L love. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. See you next episode.